So hello everyone, in this episode we're gonna see how to do grenades like a smoke, like here. You can see it falls and explode and it gives smoke in which you can't see through normally, only if you go in. Next grenade that we will do, it will be the Molotov grenade that can be thrown like the smoke one, that is do damage and that disappear after 10 seconds, like here. And the last grenade is the flash, so you can throw it and like the others it's a compared like a normal thing, and it flashes you if you look at it, and it disappears after a while. So let's start the tutorial first. As you can see in your prefab, in the fire explosion effects in your effects example package, you have missing materials. We forgotten to add them the time where we added them. So let's just remove every single thing that we don't want. So profile we don't want, scene we don't want, shared we don't want, the animation we don't want, the font we want, the materials we want, the models because there is materials with them, and we don't want the physics materials, we don't want the prefabs, the scripts, the shader we want, sprite we want, and we don't want the script, the tutorial in fact, and that's it. Let's import this. Let's check if we have materials now. Yeah, we do have it. So yeah, let's correct this now and let's head to the abilities. Let's go to the AOE ability, and here we have forgotten something. Just in here you can see that here we are removing the item, but the array count is decreasing, so we need to -1 the E index in order to be sure that we go through every element of our list. That's it. So cool, very nice. Yeah, so let's now go do some cool things like grenades. So in order to do grenades, let's start by making a script that we will name a launch object. That will be another ability and that will help us launch objects. So let's name it launch object, and here yeah, thank you Visual Studio for that, for reopening for the second time. Let's override mod behavior and let's remove the system collections. Here let's add some variables, pretty simple, like so. Let's have a preview, the object to launch, and the object and the camera and the launch force of this object. Let's assign these variables at the awake, like so. And now let's make the update ability function here. So here simply we are doing like usual the update ability base thingy. Here if we press the first time the button down, we simply will do this thing, which is enabling the preview. And when we have the button up thingy done, here we gonna simply launch the object. So first for the controller we're gonna destroy the object that is the preview one, and we're gonna start to update the UI. And on the owner we're gonna change the energy. We're gonna add some velocity to our object when it will be launched, and here we're gonna initiate some little things in our object. And for that we need a parent script that will be our parent script for every single grenade that will be named grenade. And here this little script will help us simply to manage the grenades in general. So here let's add just simple variables. The network rigid body, because these have physics. Here we want to override the entity behavior. The libraries that we want are those: system collection, unity engine, and bolt. And yeah, so we want the prefab of the explosion. We want who launched it, and we of course want to access it. So here, like usual, when we want to delete an object after a little while, we are doing something like that, where we are just simply waiting for the timer to remove the object. When we are detaching the object, so here, when the object is destroyed, this means that we are initiating on everyone except the owner the visual of the explosion. Simple as that. And we have an on-collision function in which we gonna simply do some basic physics, in which we gonna check for the collision normals. We're gonna do some simple maths here in order to calculate the bouncing angle, and simple as that, we gonna simply redirect the object in the correct direction, like so. Let's start by doing the smoke. So pretty simple, as usual. We're gonna start by making the object that we want to represent the smoke. So let's head to our polygonal modern weapons. In here we're gonna have something like explosives, and in here we're gonna have some good smokes model, like here. So gray, nice. Okay, so here on this model, what we want is pretty simple. Like usual, we want a little collider. Let's take capsule collider here. Oh, very good. Fits well. Oh yeah, sure. Let's unpack it first, because important. So next, let's add a rigid body, because we need it if we want the network rigid body to work here. So here we can do the continuous collision, like so. And of course we need here now the bolt entity, like so. Assign the physical state, and to finish we need just the grenade. Screw it, because when we are spawning simply the smoke effect, we gonna leave it like so. So people will have the smoke effect on their head. So let's make the smoke effect. So here let's just unpack the prefab, and let's remove the pointy light and the point light, yeah, like so. Let's here just add the duration of it to be 5. Let's not loop it. Let's see if it's worked correctly. Yes, of course. And here the rate over time will be something like 20, like so. So yeah, very opaque. Let's make the start size 10 to 5, like so. Let's see how is good. Yeah, very good, very good. Very big smoke. So yeah, nice. Let's here add a sphere thingy, and let's see how it's going. And it's not that bad, but hemisphere will be much better, I think. Yes, of course, it's much better. So yeah, I think the smoke is pretty nice. It's big. It's what I expect from a smoke. So yeah, let's head to our prefabs, and now let's create a folder in which we're gonna put the effects now. Effects are important in a video game, of course. Yeah, so like so, and let's create a folder for preview. Okay, like so, and let's drop in here the preview of this. So yeah, let's now remove this one here, and let's head to the folder in here, and let's just assign the smoke effect in the explosion. Here let's name it bolt smoke, like so we know that it's an ability. And here what we want is to unpack it one time, remove everything that we have in here, like so. Let's put it on the weapon layer, and like I said before, here we're gonna just drop the preview one. So yeah, let's rename it just like so, and yeah, and just drop it in the preview one. Okay, and let's go to our player. Player prefab, of course, and here let's drop a launch object here, and let's put the camera in the good spot. The object to launch is the bolt smoke, the preview thingy is the smoke, and here launch force, let's leave it at 20. We can leave it like so, and here in the launch object, let's assign it to the grenade. And of course, before building the game, we just gonna compile bolt. So when you have built your game, you can throw the grenade at some walls, and you can see that it's compared correctly, and when it explodes, it gives a little wall of smoke that you can't see through it correctly. And yeah, pretty cool, pretty simple trick. Yeah, nice. Let's start by making the second grenade, which will be the Molotov. So here let's head to our explosives. Let's take the fourth one, and let's say that is the Molotov, like so. And yeah, let's unpack it like so, and let's add the collider. Yes, let's add the rigid body like so. Let's make it continuous here. Let's add the network rigid body. Let's add the script that will help us to create the Molotov, which will be the Molotov script. So here, let's begin by going to the script, and let's simply copy some code. So let's first replace the mono behavior here by the grenade, and let's now add 5 simple lines here. So here you have a here you have a prefab that we will spawn when we are the player. And as the player, we will spawn a prefab that will help us know that this zone will do damage, so the flame zone. Let's remove the lives that we don't need. So let's now add this to the prefabs, like so. Let's unpack the prefab. Let's remove every single component that we don't need anymore. Here, let's change it to weapon. Let's add it to the previews. Let's rename the Molotov like Bolt Molotov. like so. And on the Molotov, let's add the entity in here because we forgotten about it, and let's assign the physical state. And good, now let's head to our fire examples, and let's take maybe something like the flamethrower, like so. Let's place it on the center, like so. Let's unpack it, like so, and let's begin by taking the flame apart here. Okay, so flames are here, flames are starting from here. Let's start it from 0. And let's say that we want something big, 3 by 3 radius. So this shape, no more a cone, but circle. Yes, like so. Let's see if no rotation, 90 degrees, like so. The radius will be 3. Let's make the thickness of this thing 1, and let's remove the speed. Oh, very good. So very nice zone in which we will have this little Molotov of a duration of 10 seconds, let's say, and no looping. And let's do the same for this little thing. So circle 90 degrees at the position 0, 0. Let's remove the speed here, and let's add the thickness of this. Let's see how it's working well. Ooh, very good, very hot. So I like it much. So let's add this to the effect prefabs. Oh yeah, of course. The flame amber need to be 10 and not looping. Okay, make it the flames effect. And let's create a new game object, empty game object in particular. Let's name it the flame zone. And let's add something to it. So first, what we need is pretty simple. Will be the AOE script. The damage will be the inverse of our medikit. So here we have -10. So let's say that the damage will be 10. And let's add a destroy, bolt destroy, like so. And after 10 seconds it disappears. And of course let's add the collider in order to be sure that everyone is happy. So here a collider of 3. Let's position it at 0 here. And the collider of 3 is trigger. So little pause here. Let's just replace the bolt destroy that I added by the decal destroy, because it's not an entity and otherwise it's not disappearing. That's all. Okay, very good. So now we can position the flame zone in the prefab folder, and in the Molotov here let's just simply add the flame zone here and the explosion, which is in the effect one. So let's do something like this, and here let's drop the flame effects. Yeah, after 5 seconds, very good. So let's remove this one and let's compile our game in order to see if it works correctly. So here, before building the game, of course, what we need is to go to our player prefab and add a new launch object script, in which we're gonna just simply drag the camera at the camera position, and the smoke, no, not the smoke, the Molotov at the Molotov, and the preview of the Molotov in the preview of the Molotov, like so. So now we have built our game. We can throw a little Molotov on the ground, and you can see that the flames begins. We receive damage when we are in it, and we can heal, of course, and yeah, and it disappears after a little while, like so. And we can walk for new on the ground. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's make the last grenade, which is the flash one. So let's head to explosives, and let's take maybe the grenade skin, and let's make it as a flash. So of course rename it bolt flash. Here let's put the collider on it. Let's here put the rigid body, the network rigid body, of course, continues on the collision detection. Let's continue by adding the entity, bolt entity, and let's assign the physical state, and let's create the flash script. Okay, so in the flash script, what we're gonna do is simply remove that, remove the two libraries, and replace this by the grenade parent. And here now we're gonna just simply make a value that will be the radius, and here the detached function will execute the flash function. The flash function, which is this pretty simple little function. This one will just simply check over every with a simple overlap sphere if the color is a player. If it is a player, yeah, we're gonna check simply if we are in the direct side view of it, and if we are, we're gonna simply flash the player based on simply the direction it looking. If he looks forward, he will be forward to the flash, he will be flashed. If not, it will be not flashed. So here let's head to the player callback somehow, and let's create simply our event. So the raise event will raise an event that will be the flash event that we will create in the bolt assets. The flash event will be owner sender, and as a property it will have nothing. Oh, yeah, I know. And here just name it flash event. Let's build our little, let's compile our little bolt friend. And when it's compiled, let's head to the player callback, and here let's see how we are doing. And when the conditions are here, we're gonna just simply do the flash event raise. And when we are reading it, we're gonna head to the UA, and we're gonna do something like a little function which will be named flash. In the flash function, we're gonna just simply add a little thing that is not very complicated at the end, which is this one. So let's see what this does. So let's first add two new variables to this thing, blind mask and the blind curtain, and add the system collection to it in order to have the curtains in here. Here, if we are blinded already, we're gonna stop the curtain and we're gonna start a new one. If we are not blinded, we're gonna start a curtain in which we're gonna just simply start a timer, which will just simply change the mask opacity based on the time that we are flashed. So let's add simply the mask to the canvas. Let's head here. Let's add a little UI image, like so. Flash mask on top of everyone. Let's see if it's good here. Let's fill the entire UI with it. So let's select an image for image, sprite image. So let's head to something that is fitting well our thing. So let's take this one. It's pretty good. And here let's raycast target. Let's uncheck it. So this way we are not using the mask as a thing, and let's remove the opacity of it. So this way we are not blinding the player from the beginning. We are sure that everything works. Let's unpack this flash and let's drop it in the grenades. So let's here remove everything that we have here. Except for the render, and let's add the weapon layer, and here let's remove the bolt from it in the forward, and let's add it to the previews. Let's remove the flash now, and let's head to our effects, in which we have a plasma explosion effect. Oh, very good, very good. This can be our flash effect. So here let's see what we can do. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. How many times it takes to disappear? 2 seconds. Okay, perfect. So here let's add. Let's unpack it. Let's name it the flash effect, like so. Let's add a destroy, decal destroy. Let's remove it after 2 seconds, and let's add it to the effects. Now I remember that we need to do the same for this one. So after 10 seconds we remove it, and for the smoke, that is removed after 5 seconds. So we are maybe more, because it's disappearing. So let's add maybe 8, and here the flames, let's add 15. Yeah, it's better this way. And now we are sure that everything works. So let's remove this one, and let's head to the prefabs, in which we have the bolt flash, and in which we gonna need to add the effect, in which flash effect here. Okay, very good. And now we are sure that everything works. Let's head to the player. Let's add a new launch object script. I know it's starting to be some messy, but next episode we will do classes in our game. So we will remove the problem of 15 scripts on the same player at the same time. So let's here just add the flash preview, like so, and let's just bind the flash to the grenade placement in the script of abilities. Don't forget to build to compile, and when you are compiled, and before building the game, of course, let's just here add on the GUI the blind mask for the flash mask, and build the game. So now we can throw a grenade that is our flash, and if we look at it, we're gonna be blinded if it explodes, and after a while we are not blinded anymore. If we shoot it and we are not looking at it, we are not flashed. Very good. So this is all for tutorial today. So next episode we're gonna do some classes, something like that. But before doing this, we're gonna talk about level design with a little time lapse of a map, the Snow 2 map. And yeah, thank you for watching. Share and subscribe. Leave a like if you like the video. And yeah, support our game and our social media for Vandalhalla. And see you next time. Remember to code every day, of course. Bye!